Hello, my very dear Aries. This is for the week of the 12th of May, or when you hear it, it resonates, and of course, it won't be for all Aries. But the song that I'm seeing, I'm the song that I'm seeing. I'm hearing a song and I'm seeing an image. The song actually goes back to something that the McGarrigle sisters wrote years ago. I don't remember the name of it, but the phrase that I'm hearing is, it's the sun shining on the water. It's not Cairo, New York, or Rome. And it was about traveling in the train back to the city, but her son seeing all the sparkling on the water from the sun hitting it when they were just crossing the lake or near the lake, and him thinking that it was a city, and her saying, no, it's just the sun. It's not Cairo, New York, or Rome. And so the next image that I get of you, my dears, is sitting by the water, but it's not shining. It is gray and it's peaceful, but it's gray. And I'm seeing you looking out over the water very, very introspectively. And it feels to me as though what you're doing is you're trying to make sense of I want to say a situation, but I feel it's a life choice. I feel as though it's about a life choice, but that it's around a specific situation. And that there is a quality of almost heaviness about it. That there is, I might say that it almost feels hopeless. Like you've lost the oomph. It's almost like the fight's gone out of you, which isn't a bad thing. But except for the fact that it feels as though it's almost like you're powerless to change this situation or to affect it. And the reality is it's possible that you are powerless to affect it. And it's possible that part of the reason you're sitting there looking at stuff is because you're saying, okay, I have done everything that I can think of to do. So now you're being asked to, okay, in order to get out of that kind of hopelessness, you're being asked to try to lighten up, basically, to do something, literally to change your energy by engaging in some kind of playful activity. And I say playful activity, and it can be something as simple as playful activity, because we all know that can shift the energy, change the chemicals, and can open our headspace when we get too focused like this, trying to sort something out, or like this, because it doesn't seem possible that we can do it. But you're being asked, take a little bit of playful attitude. And in the process of shifting the energy around that, use this opportunity as a way to say, okay, so what was my role in creating that? Because once you start understanding what your role was in it, you can understand how to change your role. You can understand where you might want to change something, okay? And that it's very, very... Hopelessness often comes from that sense that this something is repeated, it's never going to change. It presupposes that it can't change, but it's usually based on previous experiences that have, in which you have felt powerless. Now, it might be with this same situation, or it might just be in other situations where you felt trapped or stuck and unable to move, and you're kind of imposing that on this one. But the reality is there's always an option of some kind. And I know that sounds really, really simplistic, and it's true, that there is a way for you to, and now see, you get the pleasure card again with the play. It's like, okay, my dears, you got the option of having pleasure in your life. You got the option of being more playful about it. Sometimes when we give up the need to try to control or the need to try to affect it, that's really when the ideas come in and the intuition comes in, and you got the intuition card as well. So you're being asked to, if something is feeling hopeless, step aside for a minute. Go, okay, if this were a game, if I were going to use this and say, okay, Now, out of this situation, I get to look at what was my role, where, when, and now what do I do to get to change this? And you can kind of do it like a puzzle. I'm seeing it almost like a puzzle, a crossword puzzle kind of thing, where you can get to, okay, yeah, look, that and that led to that. Oh, and then I know it sounds very silly, but that's how I'm seeing it, is that you can work this out by looking at it and seeing how that was connected there to that, and there to that, and there to that. And you can work all your way back. You can work it all the way back to where it actually started, beyond this situation and into previous situations, okay? It's like tracking backwards. But again, it's saying get into the energy of play, work with the energy of pleasure, and with the expectation of pleasure, and knowing that pleasure is far more productive than pain is. You got the pain card and the pleasure card. Pleasure is far more productive than pain is. Look at where you've made choices. Look at your role and look at what your choices were. And now look at this and say, okay, whatever the situation is that is feeling disempowering to me, what can I do to move myself out of that? How can I discipline myself? And discipline yourself in terms of a supportive energy of who you are. Not about forcing yourself to do this, this, and this. It's like, what can I do that's going to make me feel better? And if I know it's going to be eating regularly, then I'm going to support myself in eating regularly, whatever that means. If it means going to bed on time, these are exercising. I'm just throwing them all out there. And it might be meditation. It might be prayer. It might be regular communication. It could be a whole range of different things. But whatever is going to support you to regulate behaviors that are going to help move you out of hopelessness and into a sense of pleasure in your life and the ability to move through whatever this sense of heavy hopelessness is. I see the card of remorse and guilt come up. And basically what it's saying is it's useless to be resting in guilt and remorse. Acknowledge it, move through it. Surrender to the situation as it is. Doesn't mean giving up, but surrender to it as it is so that you avoid the resistance that is keeping you stuck in that hopelessness. Okay? That's it, Aries. Take care. Hope this is helpful.